Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bearded Respect number 157.
What's up, everyone?
Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're going to get
Jason, you want to
started.
welcome these fine people in the chat?
Yeah, It's not showing on the screen, but Baker, I seen he was first. He's going to watch the replay. He just stopped in to say hi.
What's up, Baker?
But then
Lined with cobwebs.
Yep, there's Kevin. Yeah, Baker was asking about the shed.
Oh,
Then we got, yeah, we got Jump Master.
What's up, Lewis?
Hey, Lewis. We got James. Hey, James. Good
What's up,
to see
James?
ya. John Fox. Hey, John.
What's up, Foxy?
What can I say except you're welcome?
Hey, Santa Tom.
Santa.
There's a couple links thrown around in the chat. It's even pinned. We're having a couple giveaways tonight. So
2 giveaways.
And it's not the balloons.
Not the balloons.
no?
and it's not Kevin, unfortunately.
I heard it might be.
Hey, Bob and Terry. Otherwise, frickin' frack.
What's up, Bob and Terry?
3D.
3D. What's up?
We got Brad.
What did he say?
Brad, what's up?
And there's John.
No way.
John Evans.
Yeah, she let him out. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
How you doing?
Hey, Jacob. Good to see you.
What's up, Jacob?
What did he say?
You what?
And there's Becky, Mrs. Bruce City.
Hi, honey.
What's up, Becky?
Hello, Becky. Hello, Becky.
Hey, Tony Spray Ray.
Hey, brother.
Good to see you.
What's up, Ray?
Doing?
Hey, Dynamite. Good to see you.
What's up, Dynamite? Be sure to follow Dynamite's YouTube channel.
Yes. Definitely.
Hey, Randy R.
Hey, brother.
Randy R, what's up?
Hey, babysitter Jess.
Jessica.
Yeah, she let him out.
Hi, Amber.
Hey, Frankie.
How you doing, Frankie?
Hello.
What's up, Frankie?
Hey, Matt.
I don't have friends.
Matt, what's up?
How you doing, Matt?
Haley. Good to see you.
What's up, Haley?
There's Jack Stud.
Come on. How many monsters today, Jack?
I don't know. Maybe he needs another. I saw one being poured out.
Hey, Jordan.
What's up, Jordan?
See you. Hey, Vato. Good to see you.
Vato. What's up?
Hello, neighbor.
Self-care hangout.
What's up, Max?
See you.
Hello there, children.
There's Mark.
Mark Johnson.
Insane.
What's the game?
Maybe I am insane. And maybe it's time for you to find out.
Hey, Warren.
What's up, Warren?
Warren.
No way.
Hi, Karen.
How you doing, Karen? Welcome to the show.
Hi, Karen.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping
Hello
by.
there, children.
Yeah. There's Matt. Hey, Matt.
How you doing, Matt?
What's up, Matt?
There's Gary. Hey, Gary.
Gary, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, Dan. Good to see you.
Dan,
Hey,
what's
Dan.
up?
Jeffrey.
How's it going, Jeffrey?
How you doing?
Got another packed house tonight.
Well, I hope it goes all right for you too.
Put some hay down, Kev.
Yeah.
Put some hay down.
Hey, Liz.
Kelly Creek,
How
what's
you
up?
doing?
Hello.
Slushies. Ooh. What's in this
That new
slushie?
slushy machine.
Loaded slushies.
I'm not sure if that's what he meant.
I know.
Sounds like a good idea.
Hey, Toll Booth Willie.
You
What's
doing,
up,
Willie?
Yeah, I imagine it's always hot in their house because they have like 50 cans
Hello there,
going off at
children.
once.
Yeah.
So slushy would be good.
Hey, finest mixed breed.
What's up, mixed breed?
How you doing?
Hello, neighbor.
Hey, there's Garrett. Hey, Garrett.
What's up, Garrett?
How you doing?
2:30.
Hey, brother.
Jeez. Who picks these shifts?
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. I have a hard
Dino.
time.
What's up, brother?
You what?
Hey, Melissa.
Melissa.
No way.
Hey, Tim.
What's up, Tim?
How you doing, Tim? Oh, doesn't matter if you're late, as long as you're here.
Yep.
Hello there, children.
Lion's Mane Beards.
Lion's Mane. Thank you.
Hello there, children.
Oh, I already did.
Hello, neighbor.
Hey, Daniel.
What's up, David?
Hello.
Former
I think I said
Intercontinental
Daniel.
Champion of the
I'm
World,
sorry.
Macho Man Randy
Nothing
Savage.
means nothing.
It might be. I haven't
We've
seen
got
anybody new.
17
there's
entries.
Oh, that's cool.
Hello, murderer.
What's up, Tara?
How you doing?
yeah, we got 40. It looks like we got 43 watching. Get some more entries in there. Get your
Yeah.
Yeah, get
pinned
it.
at the
Get
top
entered
of the
in the
chat.
drawings. I pinned the link it to the top of the chat already, so you guys should be all set to go. I think there's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
What goes on in the shed that you need a knife?
Maybe it's a poop knife.
Oh.
That's more information I needed.
And I'm caught up. That's everybody. I don't think I missed anybody.
Not yet, anyway, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. So, who do we have tonight? Kev requested a Little Hands to come on the show tonight. So, there they are, Kev. All for you.
I had a pretty rough day today. Well, and yesterday, but
Why?
And I want to thank Mrs. Bruce City. She kind of helped me out of the jam, and
Oh.
one, I'm sorry we were in to begin with, but that's all I pretty much want to say about this. I don't want to get all into it. I just wanted to thank her, and tell her I was sorry.
Well, thanks, Becky, for taking care of Scott.
Yeah.
He's always taking care of me, and I appreciate it.
That's what other halves are for.
Yes.
Back and forth. Taking care of each other.
Definitely. I just want to kind of also promote our stream next week. We have Anthony coming on from Lit, and maybe somebody else. I'm not sure yet. And to promote Flannelpalooza, which is happening not far from where I live. It's Milwaukee, but it's called Wauwatosa. And I know there's a lot of my bearded brothers from the club are going to be there. One guy is even traveling from Kentucky.
Cool. Beans. Nice.
Mm.
We've had him on the
Ken
show
Sconson's supposed to be there as a judge. Beans is supposed to be a surprise judge.
Mm.
before. Well, you let the
Well,
cat
yeah, it ain't a surprise now.
Well, yeah, that's the only information you get here.
Mm.
If it gets more people there, and there also happens to be a beard competition in Minnesota on the same day.
Mm.
way up north in Minnesota, right? Like we're right at the top.
Eli, I
of
think.
Minnesota. Yeah, isn't that like the top?
Probably.
I think only reachable by snowmobile. What's up, Romy?
Hey, Romy.
Welcome to the show.
Ooh, maybe Dino will come down to Milwaukee.
You're more than welcome. Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to announce it, but he's supposed to be there.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
But
Just leave it here. Leave it
But
right.
all our guys in July are going to one by him, so I'm sure that's why.
Thanks, Brad. Appreciate that. I got this, like Jason. I got this in Ireland. It's the only one I have.
I don't even have one.
Well, then you can't
So
join
you-
the Scully Club.
No, I can't. I've never wore one.
So you didn't buy that one from Boston, Scully?
I did
sent
not.
you the pic- Okay.
It was ugly.
Was it?
There are a bunch that are ugly.
The inside was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason's referring to the Grateful Dead Scully, which I'm a big Deadhead. But the portion that you see was patches, like kind of patchwork.
Mm.
So I wasn't like, I'll never wear this. So
Yeah, you're not gonna wear it.
as much as I love the Dead. What's
Well,
up,
I
Kay?
got my Valentine's Day present a little early.
Oh,
It was delivered the other day. A Dixon,
ooh,
Mm.
nice.
the new Metallica one.
Cool. What's up, Ray?
Ray.
We'll go with me at Flannelpalooza.
Mm.
I'll be dyeing it, well, at least a closer shade to the color of the flannel. Green.
Mm.
Cool.
I couldn't decide which color, so
Yeah.
the flannel decided it for me.
Are you have like lines?
I wasn't thinking that, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. Since
That'd be hard to do.
Since I'm gonna go freestyle.
Yeah.
Since the guy who won freestyle last year, one of my friends, he didn't have a freestyle beard.
Oh, geez.
It was just a normal beard.
Oh, see, Brad got it. Brad got the Grateful
Yeah.
Dead one. That's
Oh,
cool. Very cool. I
Yeah,
love the inside of it. Like, that's really cool.
Supposedly there's a new Led Zeppelin movie coming out.
Oh, Jeffrey. I've never seen Grateful Dead comic books.
I've seen some.
That is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I have some original Fabulous Freak Brother comic books. But I've never seen Grateful Dead ones.
Your Chief loves your tiny hands.
Yeah, these are for Kevin. He requested them, so.
the Chief.
So if there's no other announcements, why don't we bring our guest on?
Yeah.
Let's do that. I got questions for him.
Oh boy.
What's up, Ellie?
Hey, Ellie.
Welcome, Ellie.
Welcome, Kevin.
Welcome to the Bearded Respect. I could actually hit the button.
Hey, Scott. Hey, Jason. Oh, hey, Mike. I see you down there. My old frenemy.
That's for you, Kev.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. I'll give you one later, too.
Amber and Kev, thanks for coming on the show.
Well, yeah.
You guys have been busy lately.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where that all came from.
Yeah. What's up, Phil?
How you doing, Phil?
I'll take it.
Well, I know you guys were on our list.
That is true. Yep. Absolutely.
And then as soon as we started talking about it, someone else was going to have you on a show.
Yeah, that's kind of
Stacey?
how it worked out.
Hi, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy. Seen you earlier. Done awesome. Sorry I didn't talk much. I was trying to run around with like a chicken with my head cut off.
Oh, there's Baker.
What's up, Baker?
How you doing?
Must be on break.
Yeah.
So just a reminder before we get into questions, everyone enter the giveaway. We have 2 giveaways tonight. One sponsored by True North and the other sponsored by Amber and Kev.
And we appreciate all the giveaways.
Absolutely.
Give me half a
We
minute.
always want to make sure we thank people for them. We always like to have our guests walk away with something if possible, something they've never tried before.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amber and Kevin are celebrities, I guess.
I reckon.
Just moving things around. That graphic pops up over there. It doesn't make any sense if it's by Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to jump into the 5 questions right away?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
One of these days I'm going to hit the wrong button.
Five questions, 2 answers each, or 1 answer each. So each one of you got to answer it. But of course, the first question, same as always, tell us about your favorite toy as a child. What was that one toy that you always played with?
Go ahead.
Does it have to be a toy?
Something that you played with. It could be a gun or a knife.
Okay. Go ahead, Kev, because I don't know.
Well, mine is pretty easy. It's almost a 3-way tie, but I would say my favorite was probably G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, yeah.
I had the jet. I could not, I couldn't get the big aircraft carrier. That's what I really wanted, but G.I. Joe was the best. After that, it's easily Transformers and He-Man.
Okay.
But I definitely played with G.I. Joe more than any.
Yeah. Did you say you had the prison, the G.I. Joe prison?
No, I didn't have the prison.
Oh,
no,
I had the prison.
Just the big jet, the like SR-71 looking.
Yeah. Okay.
Jet
Yeah.
and the hum or the the Hummer looking vehicles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I had to take them off. You pull the bodies apart, and they had little rubber bands. You could switch body parts and all
Right.
that stuff.
Yeah. Amber?
Well, I mean, I was gonna try to say, like, honestly, mine was probably it's not a toy. I mean, it was my horse. I mean, I was outside all the time, so I had horses, and so I was yeah. So and it's not a toy technically, but if it has to be like a non-living thing, then it would have to probably be like the oh my gosh, Lincoln Logs, like the whole like Lincoln Logs like set.
Yeah.
And then it had like
Good one.
little horses and the ranch, the farm things. Yeah, that was
Cool.
mine.
Cool. Very unique. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
How many horses did you have?
At one time we had 6.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I also had pygmy goats. I raised pygmy goats and showed them in 4-H and stuff. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Farm girl. Well, not really farm, but
not farm.
barn girl.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. We just had, like I said, the horses and the goats and plenty of cats. And I mean, we had raccoons at one time and a possum and
Wow.
rabbits and all of the things.
We raised chickens and rabbits, but they were for eating.
Okay. Yeah.
At 4 to 5 years old, I was, I don't want to smell boiled chicken ever again. Boil them for plucking the feathers, that is.
What's up, official Ken? That was like random.
Yeah, that
was funny.
I don't know what he's got against Jason, but
well, it's like Kev. I don't know what he's got against me. I don't understand it.
Everybody's want a good old friend of me.
This one's kind of like a joint question answer. How did you guys find this weird beard world community? Like, was it on YouTube? Was it on IG? Just kind of like, how did we suck you in?
It was definitely YouTube.
Okay.
I would say maybe starting 4 or 5 years ago, I tried growing a beard a couple times. Of course, I just went to the big box store and bought whatever. And, it felt horrible. I couldn't get past a month and I shaved both times that I tried. And November of 23, I had back surgery and I shaved for it. And after that, I said, I'm going to try to grow a beard one last time. This is it. I wasn't going to try it again. And I just went to YouTube and, how to grow a beard, how to take care of a beard. And it was, I think it was Scuba and Dan was the first ones I found. And it just kind of, went from there. I seen, this guy named Dan with a big old beard had a live, and I got in it, and I joke even to Dan, when in his lives he says, "Are there any new people here?" And I was too scared I didn't even say anything because I used YouTube for how to fix your car and how to fix your mower and stuff like that, and that was really it. I never done a live or
yeah.
Oh yeah. It can be a little intimidating.
And and IG was the same. I found it next, and
we almost deleted our IG.
Yeah, we was actually going to delete our Instagrams because I was like, I don't use it, and didn't do anything with it. I was like, I'm just going to delete it from my phone. And then for whatever reason, I came across Corey at Weatherbeard. Alive, and I thought, well, I'll check this out too, and and I started watching his, and it all took off from there.
Okay.
Yeah, he does a lot of them.
Very cool. So before, like, because now you're kind of like content creators, mostly Amber, right? And
yeah, mostly me.
You're the model. Like,
I'm eye candy. That's
the inspiration, the pun. the joke.
Yeah, you know.
Yes,
You know,
yes, the joke.
every guy has the good looking wife, and now we got the good looking wife with the good looking guy. You know, so
I wouldn't stretch that far.
Well, that's a pretty epic beard. It's
I got to toot my own horn every once in a while. Makes me feel
So-
good.
Prior to getting into the beard world and creating content for the beard world, what were each of you like? What was it that you're really into? Like, what took up time? What was your hobby? Like, what did you work on? What did you do?
Mine, art is it's been a big part of my life since I was a kid. I don't think I sent, whenever I sent some stuff over of like my kindergarten, because I started drawing, painting, whatever in kindergarten, and went to like state fair and stuff in 4-H with my art as well. But then outside of that, I play, we play WoW, or did. I haven't really played probably in the last probably 3 or 4 months, but I played WoW. So
how long did you do that for? Like, wow.
Well, we started playing in
20 years.
2006.
18
years, yeah, because we started playing in 2006.
Oh, that's
So
a pretty big commitment.
Mel, but like I went back to school for my BSN, my MSN, and my MBA, and I played nothing. That's all I did was work and went to school.
Right.
Done the kids things because the kids were younger then. But yeah, that's what we did. So minus that, about probably 4 or 5 years in there. So yeah.
Okay. Kev?
And
then mine, I would say starting out early on, my hobbies was just cars and trucks. You know, I was always tinkering on all that stuff, and it just, you don't get your money back in all that stuff. You know, it's a money sink for sure. And I just got tired of crawling around them after a while. So and the kids was little at the time. I couldn't really go out and play with them. So I gave all that up and found, oddly enough, woodworking. You know, I always joke. I took it in shop class, and I made the ugliest wood stuff ever. And then later on, probably about 10 years ago, we got tired of paying for cable TV. So I just had PBS, or, we had local channels in PBS. Well, there was a woodworker on there, and he was making a piece. And I thought, well, that looks neat. I'm going to figure out how to do that too. And it was the same thing. I went to YouTube and started woodworking, and then that obsession, that money pit started because it was tools.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Natalie Johnston, who is, I believe, at one time was a world's judge, if I'm not correct. Or at least she has participated in worlds before, is saying that you've got a gorgeous Gerbaldi. Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know,
I would think you would probably win a few.
I'm Kevin's Gerbaldi coach for Worlds, if anyone hasn't figured that out yet. So we're in training right now.
Again, I didn't know I had it until, basically last year. I didn't have a clue. And my family, nobody in my family has grown a beard that I know of. So I don't even think anybody that knows me around here knew of that. I had a beard. It was a total surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. So, World of Warcraft, I've just got a funny little story about it real quick. I think it was 2006. My wife and I went to like a ski resort, stay at this brand new hotel, and I had used my credit card there. And that's like the only place I used it. So I know it happened there somehow. Someone took my credit card number and charged thousands of dollars of World of Warcraft stuff. And I had no idea what it was. And I was like, wow. So that was my first experience. I've never played it. I don't even know what it is really, but I know it's popular.
Yeah, it's not near what it used to be, but
no.
I just called it, a time waster, something.
It's a time pit. It really is
something to mess with when you're sitting around in the evening. But
yeah, Best in Show world champion Natalie is, and yes, she was a
Very
judge.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So there you go. You got a judge take on your beard there. That's
Yes, and we're trying to get him talked into going. So we're working on it.
we're already past that. He is going.
we'll see.
There's no question about that.
I mean, Brewer, between the two of us, I think we have ways to coax him.
Drive down and pick you up on the way.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably still a pretty good detour for you, I would guess.
Yeah. And then you mentioned cars, Kev, working on cars. And I think I heard in another live that you had like 60, you've gone through 60 cars. 50, 60.
Upwards of 40, 50.
Over 40.
I mean, that includes, and I've got the list somewhere.
Yeah.
And that includes bikes too, because we both rode bikes.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, because I had my own Harley and I had a Vulcan too. But
wow. So out of all those vehicles over the years, pick one. What was your favorite? Look at that, Natalie. Look at what Natalie just said.
Good
Kev.
chance of winning with that.
Look at that. I'm telling you, like everyone is telling you, Kev. World champion.
I'll definitely take it into consideration.
Hey, thanks, John. I will get on that spreadsheet actually, because I've got them written down. I haven't thought about putting them in a spreadsheet, so I'll have to do that. Okay, y'all are gonna laugh at mine. 100% you're gonna laugh at mine, but that's okay. I would say one of
79.
Oh.
No.
No, I mean close. No, 81 Ford LTD.
Okay.
I loved that thing. Oh my gosh. I think it was like a knockoff police edition.
I think it was a former police car.
It was awesome.
Cars.
Oh man, I'd drive that thing everywhere. Yeah. I mean, it originally had an AM radio in it when we got it, and we had changed that out and everything. But it had the dual exhaust on it. The neighbors freaking hated it because it did not like the cold. And I mean, I've crawled under my fair share of vehicles. I've helped change motors. I've changed spark plugs. I've done all of the things. So. But I mean, it did not like the cold. So the neighbors hated me whenever I started it because I literally had to go out there and she wasn't quiet either. So
no, it had straight pipes on it. I think it even had glass packs.
I love that thing.
It was loud.
But I mean, that one was fun. I loved it. I could go anywhere in it. But yeah, honestly, that is probably my favorite.
Mine was it was the 79 Bronco. I really like that truck. I had two of them at the same time. I had two of them. I bought one for $300, and it was the nicer one. I had the 351 modified in it, and then I went to Indianapolis and picked up another one. It had a 460 in it, and the whole idea was I was going to pretty much tear it up and tear the body up and have fun with it, and then pull the 460 and put it in the other. And while I was picking up that truck, she went into labor. She called and said, "You need to get home now." And then a week after we had our daughter, I was doing mud drag racing, and she wanted to do it too.
They had the powder puff, and he wouldn't let me do the powder puff because I had just given birth a week before. So.
Yeah, we don't waste no time.
That is so cool. Mud drag racing. I love it.
And she was 17, 18. I bought her a 76.
Well, Chief had said that the LTD was a boat of a car. No. I had a 76 Chrysler New Yorker with a 440 in it.
Yeah.
That thing was a boat. And it was the longest car in town.
Yeah.
It was the longest car in town. And I'm probably my best story with that thing is I was passing an old lady just right outside of town, and it had a 4-barrel carb on it. And I put it to the floor to get around her, and it blew the muffler off. So it like backfired about the time that I went flying past her. Probably scared the living bejesus out of her. But then I had to bring it back then to the gas station where he worked, and we put the muffler back on. Well, then I started the thing back up, and it backfired again. And there was a car behind me, and I'm like, I'm gonna get out of here before she starts that thing up again. I'm like, it's just just loud.
I bought her that car for $900 when she was a teenager.
$900. Yeah, I mean, it was nice too. It was all leather. I mean, you could probably fit 20 people in the trunk.
We drove so much junk. It was terrible. It was fun at the time. In hindsight, that was a big waste. And then later on, I got a '70 Mustang, and I really liked it. And it was a project. I drove it around while I worked on it, and it was fun too. But it was another one of those. I just put more money into it than.
And it's probably one of the ones we actually regret getting rid of out of everything.
Oh,
yeah, that's the one that we regret getting rid of. But at the time, we needed to. So
for me, that was my '72 Cutlass. Drove that all over the place.
Yeah.
My first car was a '78 Cutlass.
Yeah.
I beat it up. You thought it was a dirt track car the way I drove it, but it had 305 in it, so it's not like it went anywhere fast.
Well, I think when you sold it, it was probably only running on
it wasn't running on all 8 cylinders when I sold it.
Jason, what was your first car?
A 1970. No, 1970. Firebird, Pontiac Firebird.
Oh,
wow.
It was not a thing of beauty, but it ran. It got me from point A to point B.
Wow. My first car was a Plymouth Horizon.
Was that a hatchback? Were them hatchbacks?
No, it was like what your mom used to have.
Oh, I remember that. Yep, I remember that.
What was cool is I could pick up my friends for school, and in the winter I would speed across the parking lot in the high school and just slam it into the snowbank and leave it there until school was done. That was the fun I had.
Yeah, those Chevys had some ugly green.
They all did. I mean, I had a '73 Ford Maverick that had we put a 302 in it because it was after I rolled my first car, because I rolled my first car 5 times. I had a '85 Mercury Capri. It was the knockoff Mustang, which actually the Mustang, the square body people wanted the Capri body because it was a better body, evidently, but it had T-tops in it, and I was going from pavement to gravel, and it was a little wet, and took it straight to the ditch, and flipped her like 5 times. So, but anyway, I got a '73 Ford Maverick, and it was that brown color, really light brown. But we paid $60 for it. 60.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
So,
Sounds like my '79 Mazda. I rolled it like five times because we always would take it for hunting through the woods.
Wow. All right. Next question. If you could relive one day of your life, which would it be?
That's a tough question.
that is a horrible question, Brewer.
Yeah.
Reroll. I want to reroll.
I can tell you right. She's over here getting anxiety. I'll bet you.
I am 100%. I need to prep for that.
She don't
one.
like surprises.
There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Tyson.
You know what? And this probably sounds like a typical answer, but mine would actually be the day that me and her met.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just that we met, is we were teenagers, and we got thrown in the back of a car together to run around TPing, throwing toilet paper in trees. And that's all we did all night long, was run around, jump in and out of that car, throwing toilet paper, and just
That's awesome.
it was just one of those good, childhood memories.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I think mine, I would have to jump forward just a little bit to probably homecoming of that same year.
Oh, cool.
The whistle. Remember the whistle?
Yeah.
Man, we fought over that stupid whistle.
Yeah.
I remember that so well. I don't know where the whistle's at, but it was a stupid plastic whistle, and we fought over that whistle.
Yeah. I've said it several times, when we started, we were so young when we started dating. We
Mhm.
call it dating, but all it was two buddies running around on their bicycles. And, I didn't even have a driver's license,
No, I mean, we met when I was 13. Like, we met, like, started dating, I guess you can say, when I was 13 and he was 15. So.
Yeah.
But she'd ride her bicycle 15 miles to my house, and I would give my stepbrother my lunch money for gasoline to drive me to her house, and we just rode bicycles and rollerbladed, and it's almost like something like out of Stranger Things, just a couple kids running around.
Yes.
And now what? Like 30 years later, you're still together.
30. Yeah, this September will be 32 that will be together.
Wow.
And 27 years married.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So yeah.
And every single person except for our shop teacher said that there's no way we'd stay together.
Right.
But for whatever reason, our high school shop teacher said, he said, you guys have something. I can see you staying together. And we did.
Yep.
Now I will say it took some work. Believe it or not, I might be hard to get along with sometimes.
I mean, me too.
I think most of us are.
I just, nonsense. I've been a jokester since I was 5 years old, I think, and just, she puts up with it.
I mean, I've been my fair share of pain in the rear end too. So
it's like any relationship. It definitely takes work, especially when you start out as teenagers. Those teens and early 20s, there's a lot of
there's a lot of growing up. I mean, you have to grow up, and you're still developing as a person, and your personality, and so it's lots of ups and downs and highs and lows, and
absolutely.
Everything
from teenager to adult, and young adult to adult, and
definitely
adult to parent, and absolutely. There's
and that's why we can get along so well even now. I'm sure people that don't know us see us in chat and stories, and they're like, well, that's got to be an awful marriage. They really dig at each other. But again, we're still them schoolyard, friends that just, and Mike knows me and Mike give each other, grief and Maddie Bill and stuff. It's just that, that friendship from the 80s and 90s, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you're back and forth in chat. I think it looks playful to others. I don't think anyone's really thinking that.
I don't know. I think in person sometimes we could probably fool some people, because I mean we can give each other, and sometimes we have to kind of like feel it out. It's like, okay, we're good.
We'll be in the kitchen bickering about something, and we'll go at each other, and if you go a little too far, you just kind of give the other one that look, and it's like, all right.
Yeah. So next question, if you could only do one thing on your bucket list, what would it be? Go to Worlds in Pittsburgh?
That wasn't even on my list until a month ago.
Not even a month ago.
A month ago. No.
I would want to do like a kind of like what you did, Brewer. I want to do like a tour of like Europe,
the British Isles.
The British Isles. Yeah. I mean, but we would like to maybe go more like even into Scandinavia, Germany, Austria, that sort of thing as well. But kind of that that's something that we've always talked about, which, I mean, my heritage is Scottish. So, on my mom's side mainly, but so that's
mine's the exact same thing. We've talked about it for years. It's just doing a European trip,
right?
Scotland, Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, all that stuff I think would be, really neat, because outside of doing that traveling, there's nothing right offhand I can, think of.
We're pretty simple, I guess you could say, in that, there's places, hey, I wouldn't mind going there, but it's not like one of those things that
Right.
it's like a make or break kind of a thing. We're pretty content in as far as that goes. I think we have plenty of hobbies and things to keep ourselves busy. So
Yeah, for just a minute, skydiving had crossed my mind, but I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Right.
One makes
Yeah.
the Army.
And Kev, I imagine your heritage is Scottish too, right? Or no?
We're not entirely sure.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. It's.
I was thinking the
either-
last name was Scottish.
no, it's
No.
actually
It's
Swiss German.
Swiss or
Oh.
German.
Mhm.
Somewhere a couple hundred years ago, I think the name got changed a little bit.
Right.
I think as a family dispute or something, but it got changed, so it's really hard to trace. But it's either Switzerland or Germany, and then my mom's side, I'm guessing, is English.
Brad says you're definitely down to earth, folks. Absolutely.
And you know what you see is what you get. I think for years we were people pleasers, and we kind of, in our 20s, in your teens and 20s, you just run and do whatever you want, and then your 30s and maybe your 40s, you kind of slow down and do what you should do. And we found the community. Our kids are grown now, and we found the community, and it's almost like we're 19 again. It's just
having fun.
Yeah, and we are. And honestly, in the last, especially since May, I would say, because that's about May, June is whenever I really started like trying to make content and that sort of thing. Really, I think opened up, had a really, have had a really good time. It's when we, kind of started coming into, I think, into here, and maybe a little bit before then, but yeah, it just having the time of our life for whatever reason at 45 and 47.
Yeah.
So
I credit a lot of it to, honestly, Chris and Tara and the North crew getting in True North and just, chatting and making, granted, we started the community in January, and we found Chris and Tara in April. But in that time period, we kind of chatted in lives a little bit, but really didn't make connections and open up, until we met them and got in their lives and stuff, and really, it brought it back out in us.
Well, I think the unscriptedness, the just how it's just like how I describe it, and then that comes to here too, because the first time I'll never forget the first time that we came into one of your guys' lives. Kevin's like, I like this. This is different. This is just like hanging out,
These are my kind of people.
And I will never forget that. And that's, that's what it reminds me of. It is just like we're hanging out in somebody's house or whatever, even though we're however many hundreds, thousands of miles apart, but we're just hanging out, and you don't have I feel like there's like no, absolutely. And Will and I, we've talked about this actually. And I mean, as much as we razz each other online, I have nothing but the utmost respect for like all of you guys. I mean, and I mean that, but yeah, this is kind of like like you guys are literally, and I know it sounds cliche. I know it sounds crazy. I know it's probably like beating a dead horse, but literally you guys are our friends, our family. I mean, all kind of rolled into one, outside of obviously like our kids and that, but yeah, I mean, this is what we live for, this stuff. So I mean, and what you see is what you get. This is us. This is who we are. This is how we are, in real life, and if we were in person.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, yeah, she's right. It is. This is us, and Okay, this is 98%.
Yeah,
us.
90. Yeah.
we actually probably hold back just a tiny bit.
We do.
You might be surprised.
Well,
Yeah.
I
But,
think everybody does a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I try to.
I don't know.
you know,
We've seen you on the bed quite a bit lately.
You have to get the rest on the paid site. So I keep telling. I mean, every time it takes longer to set up than it does to actually do it. And I tell Amber every time, I'm like, this is so weird. This is so weird. And I tell everybody, if this is too weird, DM me.
And we did like the first few times. It's like, guys, if this is weird, please let us know, because I don't want to freak anyone out. I don't want to make it weird for anyone. It was just something that, you know, we had kind of, you know, Ty does his, you see, you know, all the other guys kind of doing their beard routine, and, you know, and we all, you know, I mean, everyone gives Kev such crap about me doing his beard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I'm like, let's just video it. Let's just go live and do it. You know, why not? I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? No one watches.
Yeah.
You know,
and I told her, you know, or at least early on, every time I said, make sure and tell everybody I don't make you do this.
Yeah.
It's a kind of, actually started out kind of the, you know, the happy wife, because I'm just like, she's like, I really want to do this. And I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. And of course, my first thought was, I just know what Mike and Maddie are going to say. But I honestly, I can't complain. It's nice. I would like to, you know, see more husbands and wives do it. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's actually neat. And guys, you know, rub your wife's feet or do the dishes or something. Don't just sit there and be like, you know, do a beard routine and that's it.
Well, and I, you know, and I've said it, you know, a few times. It's like, if I'm doing beard content, okay, there, I blinked 3 times, John. If I am making beard content, I don't have a beard. You know, if I tried real hard, I could probably grow one, but you know, let's not go there.
I heard a story once, though.
Kevin, what have you been talking about? Okay. Anyway, no. So, you know, if I'm going to be doing beard content, I need to, you know what it, you know, feels like, this sort of thing, you know, and so I can use his. Granted, it's not on my face, but you know, I can tell, like, if his beard is dry, I can tell really quickly, you know, whenever I put, you know, the oil in, put, you know, whatever I'm doing when I'm combing through it, I can tell. And so, yeah, I mean, it just, why not? That's why I said it. You know, if I could, I would totally go to like esthetician school or barber school or something, but I just don't think I can feasibly do it, especially where I live, because I live in the middle of nowhere, Illinois. There's nothing within an hour of us, nothing. So,
well, you can have it by us. There's too much.
I kind of want to. I want to echo, Kev, what you said earlier, that True North kind of brought you into the community more, like kind of like let you open up and be yourself. And I honestly think True North is responsible for a lot of that for a lot of people. Like they have created something special in the community that wasn't there before. And yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope this is taken in the right way, but Chris is straightforward and honest, you know, and he's a lot like, I feel like me and him are a lot alike. And, you know, he was one of the first people I said, well, hey, this guy's like me, you know, he ain't afraid to speak his mind. And I think that's what, you know, I've probably found True North early, like January, February, on the internet with like their artwork. I was like, well, they got, you know, neat artwork and all that, but I never really got into it until we finally, you know, did. And it was just their, you know, how genuine they were. You know, I really gravitate towards people that are genuine. And that's with, you know, with Chris and Tara and you guys, it was so easy, you know, and almost, and she says it almost every time I say, because she really wasn't into it at that time. And almost every time I would say, hey, come watch these people, you know, it's like they're real. And because I didn't do any, you know, I played some games on the internet and that, but I didn't interact. I didn't talk to people and I didn't get on lives and
yeah.
And to me, you know, internet people kind of weren't real. It's just like, you know, they're just something on the internet. And then once I met, you know, your show really brought it out. It's like, and I'll be honest, I think it was Jason that brought it out. I was like, this is real.
Jason and Scott are real as can be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, I love Jason more than he knows. I think he's great.
Sometimes he's too quiet.
He is.
So Dynamite brings up your handwriting, and you absolutely have great handwriting and artwork. I mean, you made Christmas cards, right? Like that was your artwork.
Yes.
But you've also like this year you've made something pretty cool, which is your newsletter. What kind of inspired that? How did that get going?
Okay, so I don't know, call it my personality, call it whatever, my craziness. Because I was doing a little bit of content and, you know, I was sharing and making the stories for as many of the lives as I could, as I still do, to try to share that out and try to get that word out, you know, and it was just one of those, I was on my way to work. And mind you, my work is a half a mile that way. Okay. And I don't know, my cat just has. Anyway. You might have to grab whatever he's got. I don't know what he's got. Make a noise. Anyway, so yeah, I work just over that way and I was on my way to work and I'm like, you know what? I can make a newsletter because that is something that I can do, that I can put like everything together. I don't know. I had no clue as to how I would like distribute it or anything like that. But I'm like, let me look into it. So I use Canva a lot. And I just got on there. Hi, Scott. And then, I got on there and I looked and they had a template. So that's kind of where I started with it. And mind you, this is a Friday morning. And that Sunday, which was the Sunday that was EDC's closing show, I had the newsletter out. That's all I done that whole entire weekend. You can ask him. But I honestly didn't actually start on the newsletter part until that Sunday. But yeah, it was just a matter of what I wanted to do in it. And I'm like really big, like on like vision boards and things like that. If I knew where it was at, I would show you. But like I have Post-its.
Kay
I love Post-its.
says the newsletter's how she found this live. So we are so grateful for you.
Awesome. I am so glad, Kay. I'm so glad.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
But yeah, so that's literally all it was, is it just came to me and I just kept thinking, what can I put in it? What would be useful? Because I didn't just want to have like, you know, and not to put any of the companies down or anything like that, but I didn't want it to just be like ads for the companies. Right. You know, I wanted it to be, you know, where's all the lives out? Who's putting what out? You know, what can I put in there that's like educational, I guess you can say. Because I mean, I love to research. I'm a nurse, you know, my entire master's program was basically on number one, how to manage, and number two, how to research everything. So I love to research. I do not have a background in education.
Yes, you do.
But well, it's a different kind of, but I think it's just how my brain works, like with like the artsy thing. And like I said, I use Post-its and I just like post them everywhere to make everything come together. But I wanted to have links. So that's why I've chosen this simple booklet, because you can click on it and the links are there.
That's awesome.
So I've tried to put all the links like on the pictures, like anywhere I can put a link, I can put a link. But it has truly evolved since I've done 11. I think that's my 11th issue. Wow. So I've done it every week since then. But now, and,
yeah,
who's that guy? Yeah.
He paid for that spot. That was
Did he pay for that spot?
$50.
Dang it.
It's in my PayPal.
So yeah, that's where it was. But then I wanted something fun too. So I try to put the games in there. I've got the silly, Kev's crazy corner or whatever, which I think we're going to try to do something fun, a little bit more fun with that too, and have like the, who's going to join Kev in the shed for the week. So one person, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. I don't know.
One of these days I'll learn not to take goofy pictures and send it to my wife, because this is where they end up.
And then we make stories.
And then there's stickers and
stories with amazing narrators.
Oh.
I hope Santa's still in here.
Yeah.
We've got another one that we're working on, but I'm gonna have to tweak it, Brewer. I just can't do it.
That's all right. That's okay. It's okay if it stays between us, honestly.
Okay. And then I've got the beard competition stuff in there, and I'm wanting to expand on that. So I'm looking at like the world competition stuff, and I'm going to start putting more information about that, like, the costs, where it's at, the different categories. So that I'm going to start this week as my plan. With that. And then last week, yes, I can actually teach. And that was part of the reason, because I do enjoy teaching, but not like formally, I think. And, shocker, I go to therapy, and I mean, my therapist is like, you should like look into like, and Mike said it too, into like, some sort of like consulting, nurse consultation, that sort of thing. And I think that would be amazing. That would be something I would actually love to do, something like that, because I'm a horrible public speaker, but I think I could get over it. I think I could learn. But no, last week then I started with the newsletter. I started my live train wreck on Sundays.
It was so wholesome and
authentic.
sincere. It was authentic,
definitely.
And I made the silly little story, and I just sent it to her because I was like, this could be taken poorly. And she's like, post that.
Oh, I laughed.
A lot of what I post and share, she said, she tells me I should, because I'm like, oh, I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. But just the look on her face was priceless in the beginning when stuff wasn't quite working right. But
it was working, but we just didn't know it was working. I think just not ever going like live on YouTube and that delay. And it's like, okay, do we have sound? Is it so anyway.
But it's one of those you always look back on the first one and it's like, wow, years from now she'll look back on it and be like, the progress that was made.
Definitely.
Yeah, go look at our first one till now.
Yeah.
You won't even recognize those guys.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. And I know that, and I think it's just that, after being on other people's shows, and it's like, okay, it's all put together and this, that, and the other, and then doing it yourself is totally different. So, everything that I'm doing, with the exception of like my Canva, and I do have an Adobe subscription that I haven't figured out. I just haven't had the time to devote to it because, I am an artist by hobby. And I really want to, because I've done some like shorts and stuff like early on, like all like kind of animation based. I know I've done several like for True North, I think for EDC. I think I don't know. There's a handful I think I've done for 5 Boroughs. Excuse me. But, and it's all kind of like just kind of like slides with like kind of a little bit of animation. And I really want to do like more animation. So I thought, hey, why not? I can because I can do like a little bit of digital art as well. So why not turn some of that and actually animate it and make some like fun animations of some of this stuff? Because I mean, I would love to like the story that we done like with Kev, like to actually make him move and stuff like that. I think would have been hilarious. But
yeah, I can't move on my own. She has to make it happen. Oh,
That guy, exactly,
Yeah.
Tara. That guy.
This
He
is-
is up for sale now.
Yeah.
He whoever wants him.
All right, last question for my 5 questions for you, which we might have gone over all 5, but and this one's in honor of Jason, actually.
Oh,
Would you rather fart popcorn or sneeze butter?
My brain has to process that. Neither one of them is pleasant. I would say that.
I'm gonna sneeze butter.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Good.
I gotta go.
I'm
with
gonna
the,
sneeze some butter.
Yeah, I gotta go with the butter.
All right.
Man.
Good
One's
God.
I think
interesting.
everybody had to process that.
That probably should have been my first question.
Now,
one was
I will
rough.
say, in honor of Jason, I did yawn before I got on camera.
I took a nap today, so I'm doing good.
Did you
Ray, that was only 5
Yes, I
questions.
did.
Some of them didn't count as questions.
It just went longer than usual.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, the whole week or two, Amber's been sweating. What's the questions?
I have
I think she
been.
even messaged you.
I did.
What's the questions?
I did.
And what did I say?
Yeah, she's not much for
I don't even remember what you said, but
surprises.
it wasn't very nice.
Oh,
It wasn't very nice. It wasn't what I wanted to hear.
so it was nice. It just wasn't what she wanted to hear, is what she's saying. Oh, I get that a lot. Don't worry. It's I don't tell her what she wants to hear. What's for supper? Well, that's not what I wanted to hear. Where are we going? That's not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Isn't that the ultimate question for couples? What's for dinner? What are we doing for dinner?
Oh, yeah,
I'll be honest. If it wasn't for our daughter,
yeah.
we would probably eat like popcorn.
Yeah.
Not that I have farted out, though. Not that I have farted out. Just the microwave variety.
Once you don't have to cook for the kids anymore, it's like, what do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. I'll have some toast.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
Pretty simple.
Toast or cereal.
Yeah, bowl cereal or something, whatever.
Drier
Couple,
than a
couple
popcorn.
scrambled eggs. Yep.
Same here. I
Yep.
had scrambled eggs last night.
Well, me and Alex we done I tried to do some over easy eggs with some avocado toast, but my pan stuck a little bit, but it's okay. It was still good.
Yeah,
I'm trying,
I
Ray.
can't,
What did you do?
I'm trying,
I
Ray. I'm
can't-
trying.
I can't do an over easy egg to save my life.
Well, I usually can, but I hadn't made them in a while, and it's okay. They were still good, so
I do them over medium.
that's what these were. These were definitely over medium, more so than over easy, but it's okay. Yeah, we're pretty easy going. I mean, we had Taco Bell tonight, so
Mm-hmm.
We did that a few nights ago.
well, I needed some ammunition for things. So
What is that?
it's not what it's not. It's not a monster.
Okay.
You might have to hold
It's-
it up.
Not a monster.
Yeah.
Not a monster.
Mine's definitely not a monster.
I'm having the new
Mm-hmm.
blackberry.
Nice.
Yeah, that
That's
one
pretty
sounds
good.
interesting.
What do you think of it?
I like it.
Yeah.
Which we have like a drink place here in town that's called Ginger Ales, and it's Italian soda. I don't know. It's soda with I know this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. funny.
Anyway, they with like just like flavor shots and whatever. And they've got other drinks, but I love Dr. Pepper. That's like probably my favorite soda. And I liked the coconut one that they came out with. So I'll get it, but then like I will get like vanilla in it. I will get whatever. And I've done this because when I seen them advertise this I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try it. So I just went there and I'm like, hey, I just want a Dr. Pepper with blackberry in it. So I kind of had a feel for what it was gonna be like. So yes, he is wearing jeans, Chris, because that's all he wears.
Yeah,
his jeans. That's it.
Cool.
Yes. Yes.
So some people in the chat may not know, but Kevin had gone for many, many years without drinking coffee. And last year he started drinking coffee because of some influencers.
Corruptors.
But now, Kevin, I want you to start. Well, you probably can't see it now, but
yeah.
This is a chocolate covered espresso bean. Very good.
Yum.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
I am. I can taste it right now, brewer.
Yeah, these highly recommend.
Oh, we don't have I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
Look how many are.
Nope, never seen one. I'll try anything once. I almost guarantee I ain't gonna like it, but I'll try it.
Yep,
Yeah,
I grew up
he's
with
picky.
Kevin
He's
with help of
picky.
Amber.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? It didn't take. Oh my.
Picture time. That's an awesome beard, Amber.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah, red beard at that.
I know. Why I was trying to be like as meaningful as I could.
Yeah.
You could probably do a creative with that one.
Absolutely.
I know. It's that, and I guess that's the rule is if we go, then I have to like enter as well. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that was my second coffee.
That was your second coffee picture. We updated it because
I didn't need to update again because my beard's even longer than that.
Your video of Kevin drinking his first coffee, that was just amazing.
Oh, I know.
I love
Right?
it so much.
That was maybe her most viewed video. It's the first or second most viewed video of hers.
Yes.
And that another one of those, don't do anything silly in front of her because she points the camera at you when you don't know it. It took me a minute to figure it out.
Maybe
you're posing for a picture and it was a video. That was
and
I love it.
How many times I've seen that done 100 times where somebody was fake taking a picture and it was a video. I've seen it 100 times. I guess I just didn't think it happened to me.
It was great.
But you know what? I will give her credit because that right there was probably what brought me back out of my shell. And for me to again just say, I don't care. I'm going to have fun. And,
definitely.
I've got to give her credit for that because I think that's what done it.
Well, we push each other.
Well, we do. We do.
Yeah.
We have to show it on here after Scott's done with his presentation. We'll definitely have to bring it up for other people to see.
Yes. Well, and then the one that you done, the dupe that you done next to him is hilarious. You done that, and it was great. It was great.
I still like the shed one, and you used it this week to promote the show.
I did, yes.
Get back in there. Oh man.
That turned out a whole lot. We barely tried on that too.
Yeah,
that actually turned out. And I always laugh. It's funny because you can hear a shed door squeak.
Yeah.
That's not a sound effect.
No.
And here's another one with all this and Amber. Nobody could take my picture. I would not have my picture taken to save my life. And now, his pictures quite often. And I'm learning and always made fun of the people in the videos. They'd sit there and take 300 selfies to get the right one. And that's Amber. Lean in, turn your head, look up, look down, switch sides. And it's just like,
you got a good side and a bad side.
Yeah. I'm like the kid at family picture day. It's like, hurry up.
Yeah, I'm learning, I guess. It's like trial by fire, I'm telling you. But and then we got a couple Dixons. That's the only two that we have. And I've not ventured out more than that. I mean, I got a Walmart cheapie on now.
Yeah,
So
and there is a huge difference.
there is a huge
between
difference, definitely.
Dixon and El Cheapo.
Yeah.
They feel better. They don't wrinkle.
Mm-hmm.
They're they are nice. They're worth the money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kevin didn't like the one that I sent down there of him, but and then there's our daughter and our son, and I
Nice.
guess I could have.
Mhm.
And that was when Kevin's beard was like much smaller,
Yeah, it was
That's much smaller.
just starting to fill out. I think.
and your hair was a lot shorter there
Yeah.
too. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but yeah, that's our son. He's 21,
Mhm.
so he's going to college. He's going for mechanical engineering. So I think he's probably got about another year left, give or take. So, and then our daughter, Alex, she doesn't know what she wants to do yet, and that's okay. So I tell her that's fine. You will figure it out. I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. So, but they're the best kids ever. Fantastic personalities, just kind and genuine. So, just great people. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't know what I'd do without either one of them.
Yeah, my mom, one of her proudest moments was we was at a restaurant and a older lady came up to her and said, "You have the most well-behaved grandchildren I've ever seen in a restaurant."
Mm-hmm. And they were probably,
they were
5 and 3,
yeah,
maybe.
They were young.
Yeah.
And, my mom, that made her day.
Mhm.
She just felt like she'd done something right with with her kids and us passing it along. But our son, it's funny, he has my hair and his mom's red in his beard.
Yeah.
And he's got that fork, but
he's got a stripe. It's almost like he has a dark stripe. So he does have a fork, but it looks more forked than what it actually is because it is actually like dark striped. Yeah, it's so weird.
And he actually grew a beard before I did. It's like
I think it was laziness.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think he
Love you, buddy.
He went off to college and was like, "I'm done." And so, I would have never guessed. Now I see. I would have thought. Well, my initial thought was he totally got his beard from her side. And now that I know I can grow a beard, he obviously got some of it from me too. But
yeah, because I don't know if I actually posted any of my dad or my brother, but my dad had played Santa for, several years, and then
seeing that picture.
Yeah, and then my brother has had a beard, gosh, for probably since he was 20 as well. But Hunter's and Kevin's is far thicker than theirs, so.
Yeah, Hunter had a great beard at 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, for a 19, 20-year-old. So
Yeah.
I can't believe how getting a little poofy over there in that picture.
Those kids.
Yeah, and so that actually isn't that long ago. That was when Hunter graduated.
Wow.
So that really wasn't that long ago. And then the one with me, those are Harley chaps that I've gotten there. Obviously, I was at work. I'm being silly. And then the other one is of Kev after he had crawled underneath the house and clogged the drain.
Yeah, I had to crawl under the house and run a snake.
He's like, "Did you have to send that one?" I'm like, "Yeah."
But that's us. That's everyday us.
Yeah.
We are. We don't put on. That's how we are.
Yeah.
It's a show around here.
Yeah. But yeah. So the one with him, without a beard and whatnot. That's just craziness because that was probably 2021, I think, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. And well, I had, like I said, I had kind of a health scare around then. And it really messed with me. I was probably in the best shape of my life and stuff then. And, it really messed with my head. And, I haven't really bounced back from that. So, that was then.
That for pretty much my entire life, that was my beard. about a 1/16 of an inch of stubble. I didn't even use a razor. I just took the guard off the trimmers.
Yeah.
And, it had to be just right. My hair had to be just right. I couldn't have a hair out of place. And now look at me. I haven't cut my hair in 13 months and I got a wild beard.
Right. Yeah.
Jeffrey, I like that. That's why I pinned that. That's strong roots grow beautiful fruits. I like that.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Well,
Yeah. We're silly, and we're ornery, but we're kind and we have.
So, gosh, yeah. Look, you had a little bit of a beard there.
A little bit there, yeah.
And that, gosh, that would have been. I would have just graduated nursing school there, so I think I was just working as a nurse there. Yeah, wow. And that was at my parents' house. I think it was my brother's graduation, actually, high school graduation. And then the other one is we weren't married. He was probably, I may have been 17 or 18 there. So yeah. So he would have been 19 or 20.
I would have just turned 20 there.
Yeah.
And on my caption on that, I joked that my hair was longer than Amber's.
Yeah, definitely. Crazy.
That was 1998,
97. That would have been 97.
Christmas of 97. Yeah.
So, okay, obviously wedding. That was like a $500 wedding.
That was a dirt cheap wedding.
Yeah, my mom made my dress. So, I mean, we had more money, I think, in the tuxes and the decorations than anything. And then the second one there is at a biker rally. Yep. And those are jean chaps.
The bikini under the jean chaps.
Yep. It burnt, mind you, because I rode my bike there and got burnt. And then that when there is like, gosh, that would have been about the same time as that one was taken, like 97-ish. And then the other one there is your senior prom. So it'd been my sophomore year in high school. Oh, gosh, the bottom one would have been with the Earnhardt hat would have been in my senior year, I think. Gosh.
I look like I came right out of the 70s on that one. I'm not sure what I was doing there. I wasn't smoking nothing either.
No. Nope. And then
I was going to say, have you ever seen that video for Black Betty? From the 70s, the song Black Betty.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen the actual video. I'll have to look at it.
Because Kevin looks like you were straight out of that video. with that long hair and hat on.
That's hilarious. And then the other one would have been his first prom. So my freshman year and his sophomore year. Yeah. And that was at the end of it because my hair had been up and it fell down and the whole 9 yards. So
Romy made a good one.
Oh.
Did my voice change
oh
with the beard?
No, because when we first started dating, you would have been 15 and he called the house the first time when my mom answered the phone and said, there's some guy on the phone for you. So no, I wasn't allowed to car date. So because bad things happen in the ditch, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the story. You're going to slide off in the ditch and have to keep warm.
Right. Yeah, that was the story. So,
but no, I've always had a deep voice, and even this accent, people
whatever that is.
People ask if it's Southern. I say no, it's just country. And honestly, even in this area, it's a heavy.
It is very much so.
I don't talk like everybody around here, and I
Mm-mm.
had no idea why.
Mm-mm.
Years and years ago, I think my family came up from Kentucky, but that was way before me.
Well, one of your brothers
One
that
of my
has
brothers.
passed away, he had that kind of accent as well. So
Yeah, I just say it's lazy country. I
call it redneck.
Yeah, she complains I mumble.
He does.
I just put as little effort into my words as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
But that was an ornery kid. And honestly, I'm almost ashamed. I hate to say it, but that was a mean kid too. I was mean and ornery. I was still a good person, but it just that 80s and 90s, it grew you.
Are you talking?
PB says Kevin must have answered, "Hello, I'm here to fix your sprinkler."
Yeah, we didn't have sprinklers.
No.
No.
Now her dad from day one put me to work. He's like, well, you're going, I was the son-in-law from day one, pretty much. He's like, well, you're going to crawl under the house and unfreeze the pipes and help me build a garage and go fishing.
Yeah.
I was pretty much in from day one. White snake. Here I go again on my own.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Gary. And then I haven't shot a bow for a while, but especially since I've had my shoulder surgery. But gosh, I love archery. I love the other form of that as well. Which I can do both better than him and probably my brother as well. So, but loved. Obviously that was my first one. He was little guy. He just had a little spike buck, but
yeah. When it came to compound bows and pew-pews, Amber, she could keep up with any guy. She really could, and she was the oldest. She was the only first and only child for 9 years.
Yeah, my brothers are 9 years younger than me. I have twin brothers, and so they're 9 years younger than me. And I was an only child basically for 9 years, and I have always kind of been, one of the guys. Like I said, I was outside, I rode horses. We, all of those things,
Brother
hunting,
Amber.
fishing. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Brother Mike.
We ran around,
Yes.
we played airsoft, we played paintball.
Yeah.
No,
just compound bow.
Yep. Compound bow.
Yeah. I have not shot a crossbow. So there we go. Yeah, that was a little hunter, and the good Bronco. And then we've played pool for years. We actually, before we were married, we lived above a pool hall. I worked in the pool hall. This was just taken this summer, but absolutely loved playing pool. We live in a small area, so it would be like bar league kind of equivalent. And then there's me with the dumb cat, not the cat that was just on my lap, but the dumb cat that, you can hear every once in a while. Don't tell the other two, but he's my favorite. Yes, he's so dumb. So I had to include him. And then that was me on the Harley is the one, the black one. And then the Vulcan was my first one. And that thing was so freaking heavy. Oh my
It was
gosh.
heavy, and
yeah,
her feet could barely touch
Yes.
the ground. It was wide.
It looks heavy.
I laid it over a couple times.
Yeah, she laid it over on going
Wow.
to that motorcycle rally
Yes, I
from the
did.
previous pictures.
Oh, so embarrassing.
And
In a
it was-
Walmart parking
yeah,
lot.
It was pretty much right after that we got
We traded.
rid of
I traded it for the Harley, and the Harley was so much better. I mean, it was just easier for me to handle. I was so much more comfortable on it. But you know, whatever. I enjoyed it. I do miss riding, honestly. But gosh, there's just too many silly people out there that
Yeah.
drive vehicles
Yeah.
and don't pay attention to bikes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know.
when when you're half scared every time you get on
Mhm.
it, you got to wonder if
Yeah.
you should get on it
Yeah.
anymore.
So
I was at a stoplight, and a car pulled up right. I mean, they think you're small, so they just share the lane with you. And this car pulled up next to me. He wasn't 4 inches off my leg. I really wanted to just reach over and kick in his fender. But that was kind of the beginning of me thinking, I don't know, and the kids was little, and we really didn't want anything to happen to us, and we didn't have time to ride, and
Right.
you're making payments on 2 bikes that you
Right.
didn't get a ride very much.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
They
worth
just
it.
sat there.
I
so.
tease her, I like to have another one
Me
again, but
too. And then the Mustang, that was our 70 Mustang. So, yeah, I drove that thing it was like 8 miles from where we lived there. That was our first house. And I drove it from there to get exhaust put on it. So I was driving it with straight headers, and blew a freaking radiator, just one of the little hoses, and freaking all over the windshield. I mean, that thing was loud as all get out too, man.
yeah, it was
It was loud.
that house that was our first house. We paid $16,000.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
house payment was $160
No,
a month.
$137
yeah.
a month,
And
and we struggled to pay
Wow.
it.
Yeah, we struggled.
Yeah.
There were in the wintertime our heating and electric would be $400
Yeah.
a month. It was
horrible.
It was 3 times
was
more than the
horrible.
house payment.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
I mean, we
You know, you get married, you think you can live off love. No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
yeah.
You stayed together for love.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
I will say the we had some hard times,
Oh, yeah.
and we made it through.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when Hunter was a baby, I was going back to nursing school, and in my initial nursing school, obviously, and we went 2 months with no electric,
Mhm.
with a baby in the house. I mean, it was tight, but you know what? We overcame, and here we are. So
You claw your way out.
Yeah, you do.
You keep pushing until
Yep.
you make it.
100%.
We never gave up.
Nope.
Especially Amber. She when she sets her mind to something, she doesn't give up. I'll give her that
Yeah.
100%.
Carrie, I agree with you. My dad still fishes. He's a fisherman, so he does still have his boat. But yeah, we didn't keep the bikes. So, I mean, fun fact: we did have a family combined owned pontoon boat that was named the Family Feud, and it was rightfully named. Hence, we don't have it anymore because you could not get on that boat.
Yeah, on the way to the
without-
lake every time.
Oh,
What's the
geez.
fight going to be today?
Yes, and then as soon as you got that stinking thing, I mean, we kept it on the lake down. Yeah, I think they kept it on the lake
Yeah.
down there because that's when my brother lived down there, and you took that thing out, there was going to be a fight. It was, where to
Yeah.
park the boat, or this or that, or over a towel, or oh my goodness, you
Yeah.
would have thought. I mean, because you get all of my family together,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it was the National Lampoons. Ray Smokey. I wasn't. I joked that in shop class I made the worst wood stuff ever. And then about 10 years ago, I just got online and researched it and started doing it. My first stuff wasn't good. It definitely took some time.
And then this is just some of my stuff that I've done. Oh, probably in the last 5 years. I mainly work in pastels, soft pastels, but the pancakes up there, that's watercolor. And then I do pet portraits, obviously. So these were all pictures that people gave me that they wanted done of their pets. And then the little black lab was ours. She was the sweetest thing. But yeah,
Those are
that was Luna.
amazing. That's
And then
amazing work.
Yeah, it is.
The black lab on the couch, you would think that was real. That couch looks so. I mean, the dog looks great, but the couch too looks really good.
Even the cat, like, absolutely.
So yeah, and then the one there in the bottom corner there, the picture that I was given was so bad, and I mean I just kind of had to make some of it up, and like they gave me a few other pictures because the dog had passed, and so yeah, I just enjoy doing it, and that one up there in the middle of the dog up there, that I done that one like in 12 hours. I started on it and I just didn't quit until I was done. But I love doing it. I've started Sophie, our dog, and I just haven't finished her. I need to because she's gonna be 11, so I need to get her done.
Yeah, I always say Amber's the artist. I just have a skill, I guess.
You're both very, very talented.
Thank you.
You know, and that's kind of our introvertness.
It is.
You know,
it is 100%.
We don't travel. We don't do a whole lot. We stay at home and
yeah,
you know,
we find things to do. I mean, like I said, our hobbies are very, introverted, I guess. The picture there is of Yellowstone. My parents went there in 20. I think that was taken in 2020. Mom had a picture that she liked, so I done that for Christmas. And then the butterflies were just random that I found. And then the bottom one is, I think, of a beach in either Oregon or Washington State. My best friend here, her mom took it and asked me if I could do it for her for Christmas. So
yeah, that one, I almost thought it was a picture at first.
And it's probably one of my least favorite ones that I critique myself the worst on. I feel like
we're terrible about we see our mistakes. Nobody else will ever see them, but we're just, you're always your own worst critic.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But I go in spurts. Like some days, I'll go months with hardly ever touching anything, and then I'll pick it up and just go right back at it. But I kind of do different mediums. Like I'll do, some watercolor, or like I'll do like with the cards, those are a combination of like watercolor and pen. I do a lot of, it's not calligraphy, but it's hand lettering basically. So it's more of the, like with the brush pens, or even the fake calligraphy as they call it. So, and it's very calming, I guess, for me. So. Yes, happy little trees. And then there's some of Kev's. The top one, in the two corners there, that's one that he made me for my birthday one year. And it's actually is it Dresden Square in Germany? I've never been, but it's I just really like the horses because I'm a horse nut. But so one of them is lit and the other one is not, and that's what they look like in the dark.
Yeah, the bottom right, the top left is that's what you see, but to get the full effect of those pieces is the bottom right. You turn all the lights off and turn those lights on.
Yeah.
And that's the primary effect you're trying to get from these pieces.
Right. And then the dog is actually one that we done in combination. None of that is painted. That is all the different species of wood. So I think there was, there was cherry, aspen, walnut, and then I cannot remember what the ball is. The ball actually might
It
be
might have been
stained.
bloodwood.
No, I don't think I don't think we used it actually because we didn't have red.
Okay.
So that might be the only thing that's actually not the correct, species of wood. But we live here in the middle of nowhere, so you got to work with what you got. But he cut it out, and then we have a spindle sander. It's called intarsia, and then you're making a painting with the wood pieces. And he can do like the cutting out part, but then I do more of the
shaping.
The shaping, yeah. So
she has a better eye for the shaping.
Now, do you sell these, Kevin?
Yeah, yes, when I can.
Yeah.
It's hard, with CNC and laser today. And the funny thing is, one of those, like especially the one on the bottom left, you go buy that mass-produced Asian piece lasered for over $200, and I typically sell mine for even less than that. Unfortunately, and it's for the most part, it's the area I'm in. You can't get what it's worth around here.
No, and it would be so hard, I feel like, to ship those, effectively.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, people just don't pay for that skill here. They don't. I mean, occasionally you'll get someone that will. I mean, like I have sold one painting that I've done of two dogs, and that was probably my biggest painting that I sold. And it was big though. I mean, it was probably like this by like this. And I told him up front, I'm like, and I probably didn't even charge him enough for it because I was like, it's going to be like $700 just because I mean, the time and that, and I'm using like, when I'm doing like pastels, it's all like things that are like the size of a pen, that I'm doing that with. But like for him, I mean, he's got hours, in that stuff. I mean, absolutely hours we do stained glass too. Like me and my dad will do stained glass. I'll use this as an example just because I feel like it's a good example. And some of the stained glass actually has real gold in it.
The red
and the purple actually has real gold dust in it to help with the coloring, the pigment. And we were at a craft show one time and we had our stuff set up and then Dad had his stuff set up, and a guy came up and looked at the prices and was like, gosh, what is this stuff made of gold? My dad looked straight at him and said, yeah, it is. And I mean, because people just, I don't know what they expect, I mean, these aren't things, and these aren't just like crafts, so to speak, I mean, these are things that, you put a lot of time in, they're not mass produced. And, like you put I mean, your blood, sweat, tears, heart and soul into it. And
one of our first shows was a craft show, and somebody came up to us and flat out said, you don't need to be here. This is your stuff's too good for this place. And they started giving us names of other shows to go to
100%.
because they're like, you're in the wrong place.
So
and nothing against crafters and
no,
stuff
absolutely
like
not,
that,
because I like the crafty side of things too.
It's
different.
different.
But it is,
Right.
and it's finding that right, the right audience, the right, I mean, that's just like, some people can throw a banana on a freaking canvas with a piece of duct tape and sell it for millions of dollars. It's getting in, it's luck. I mean, honestly, it really is. I think a lot of like the big breaks, like with, your artists, I mean, singers, art, I think a lot of it really is luck, right place, right time, right connection kind of a thing. So, but.
That's
and
a
so
big
that
wood
big,
there, Amber.
It is. I know that's a big piece of cherry, is what that is. It's a big piece of cherry.
That was 14 feet, I think.
Yeah.
It might have been 12 to 14 inches wide.
Yeah, it was
that
big.
was a monster tree.
And we've actually still got some of that out in the shed.
I
Actually,
still have a tiny piece of that. The clock on the left, I worked on it off and on for I don't know, 4 or 5
Mhm.
years.
And it's still
Wow.
not done.
It's still not 100% done. I still want to put stained glass and stuff in it, but there's hundreds of pieces, and my best estimate is about 300 hours in that.
Mhm.
You know, it'll go to one of the kids
Yeah.
eventually.
I mean, because no one's ever gonna
Yeah.
number one pay for it, and number two, you know, how would you ever ship it? So
Yeah.
Is it going to be a cuckoo clock?
No, just a regular clock.
It's just a regular
No,
clock,
it's-
yeah.
it's-
Because cuckoo clocks are like it's like a different genre of craft, basically.
It's
so.
on my to-do list.
Mhm.
I have the
mechanism
and stuff. I just gotta build it.
Yeah.
I do have 2 cuckoo clocks on the wall that I purchased.
Yeah.
I love clocks. I love, you know, having them. I was a mechanic, and just having a mechanical mind. I like the wood and the mechanics together. That's why you see that clocks, music boxes, the water mill, the windmill. You know, I want to build, but I still want it to move. You know, and going as simple as just adding lights.
Yeah,
I like that little extra.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that clock's like 4 foot tall.
Yeah, it's 4.5 feet.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's large.
Yeah, it's
big.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, pictures don't do it justice.
Yeah, it's like 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
maybe
you
3,
can tell
but
from the
still.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
it's
huge.
at least 4 foot. It's
Wow.
at least 4 foot tall.
That sleigh with the reindeer is so cool.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
Yeah, we've got that one actually. It's in our bedroom because we have them like all up around the house. And we keep them up year round. Now we don't keep the lights on in them year round just because the cost of batteries.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was
the first
the first big piece that I sold.
Yeah.
And I try to make 2 of everything. I'd like to keep one for myself also.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I don't have 2 of, but when it comes to those lighted arches and stuff, I try to make 2 just to have, you know, one for myself.
Yeah.
And that's like the Halloween one down at the bottom I made for Chris and Tara. That is, you know, more gratitude that I give them because I quit cutting wood for a while.
Like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
He didn't cut a thing.
Yeah.
So.
And just meeting them and just all of it, the community and everything, it got me back in the mindset to do all that again.
All right. So let's get into this giveaways. I actually don't know what True North is giving away. I believe they said a gift card, but I'm not sure how much. They never got back to me.
It's a mystery. You're going to get something.
You're going to get a mystery gift from True North, and then a gift card from Amber and Kev.
Yep.
So
2 True North.
Yeah.
We just made it easy.
And I want to thank Chris and Tara for that too. You know, they offered that up on their own. We were talking and we was in a live and Chris said, "Hey, you know, we appreciate you and we appreciate the Bearded Respect and we want to do a giveaway." So they're great when it comes to stuff like that.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So the first one is from True North. Reach out to True North if you are the winner. And let's see what it is. Or who it is. JB Smith. JB Smith, are you in the chat to take this winning?
Email says Brad, though.
It does. Brad 26224. But JB Smith, are you still here from Fort Myers, Florida? Got like 10, 12 second delay.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that threw Kevin off whenever like we was watching this one. He's like, "Well, mine's different." I'm like, "Well, yeah, because we're like watching like the real time one." So
Yeah, and see, we can't do lives. Both our computers are like 4 feet apart, but we can't do lives together separately because the delay is so weird. I hear her talk, and then my screen looks. It's just, and then the phone and computer has a different delay, so it's near impossible for us to be separate. So,
so you get both of us.
yeah, and it's odd. We have fiber internet. You would think it would be faster, but the cell phone is faster.
Yeah,
by about 20. There's about 20-second delay between the phone and the computer.
All right, and then so we'll do the second giveaway now as we wait to see if JB Smith shows up. Second way is a gift card from Amber and Kev, $20, $25.
$25. Yeah, $25. Yeah.
North.
Yes.
So the winner is Dan Kranz. Dan, are you still here?
Oh,
We'll give you guys a couple minutes to respond. And if you're not here, we'll have to do a redraw. Just the rules.
Yeah, that's tough because in Dan's live, the last time or time before I said, watch. I said somehow I'll just miss it by a few seconds, and sure enough.
Oh, Dan's still here.
Oh, that's Dave C. Oh, there's Dan. Yeah.
Dan.
Yep, there's Dan.
All right, Dan, you won a
Awesome.
$25 gift card from Amber and Kev.
Yes.
So
Congratulations.
reach out to Amber on IG, and she'll get that gift card over to you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Actually, it may come from True North. I don't know if she'll have to give me a new number to send, but we will get you a $25 gift card one way or the other. So it is purchased. So.
And JB Smith from Florida, maybe. Last chance. If you're still in the chat, let us know to claim your prize. If not, we'll do a redraw in about a minute. But yeah, cool. Dan, try some True North.
Awesome.
And we want to, thank everybody for, coming and watching.
Yeah.
Just little, it's just,
nothing too exciting. We're just, I don't know.
You
guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
I just, we are, we are who
Exactly.
we are.
Yeah,
we're
100%.
grateful for it, and we're grateful for the community.
Yeah, I love making content. I've got a list of things that I want to do. It's just a matter of finding the time to do it. Gosh, so
it's tough. Smith from Jones.
No,
of
course, Bob and Terry's.
Bob and Terry, you've been mighty quiet tonight.
Yeah.
I know they've been.
No, I can recognize your email. It has insurance in it.
All right, so we're gonna repick. I haven't heard from Smith from Florida, so let's redraw. Yeah, there's
Dan,
the toilet
you'll love
phone.
them. I've got tons of them, so I've tried so much up there.
Oh, Dan,
Yes.
it's great.
Oh, yeah, they're must try, especially the butter.
Yes,
definitely.
And
right.
Speaking of
Will
Frickin' Frag,
Goodman,
shout out to Frickin' Frag, from one of our first friends, and Will too. Will's great.
Is he still here?
Jack Stud, are you still in the building?
I haven't seen him.
Probably
Drinking a Monster.
Fell asleep next to an empty Monster.
Probably. I'm not holding him hostage this time. He probably fell asleep. Been working all day.
Yeah.
Will,
are you still here?
I was thinking I've seen him not too long ago, but I guess it has been a while.
Yeah, I know.
If he ain't here, he's not going to hear the end of it.
No, there he is.
Come on.
He probably just woke up because he heard his.
He probably heard Monster.
Will, reach out to True North for your winning tonight.
Don't know what it is.
On the Bearded Respect show. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Sorry, it might be a box
Yeah.
of nothing.
That could
Yeah.
be.
But if you want all your True North money to go a little farther, use code RESPECT10.
That's right.
Yes.
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 Awesome.
Respect 10.
And it doesn't do us any good. It's just a discount for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've
Oh, I seen you guys. Hey,
yes.
Collie Creek, we got your stuff today. Your packaging is so freaking cute. I've got a picture of the actual packaging before we opened it, but you know, we had to crack these open and smell them. And they just, I am so glad that I got the long stem roses because I liked the you hadn't said that it was like the more green smell. And yes, this is so good. I love this. And then thank you also for the little extra sample of the psychic squirrel, which everyone really liked. So thank you for that very much.
Pretty cool.
That was Kevin won that, and I told him what to get.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have so many oils, and it's not that I can't use them, but we have so many oils. We'll be on a live or something, and they'll mention oil. I'll say, "Oh, we ought to get that." And Amber says, "Oh, it's already in the fridge."
Yeah, yep, pretty much. I mean, I have a fridge full of products, but we use a lot. I mean, we really do use a lot because I mean, he uses 3 to 4 droppers in one sitting, you know, and I will use, you know, 3. If I'm using oil, I use like 3 droppers on my skin. And then, I mean, if I'm using butter, I mean, I will use like, you know, thumbs full of it, you know, so we go through the product. I mean, we figured it up, and I think we could go through a 1 ounce beard oil in, what'd you say, 3 days?
3 days.
If we used it, like if we opened that bottle and strictly used it, we would go through it in 3 days. So
yeah, I went from early on never using enough.
That's me, Ray. That's me.
Yeah.
He has no say so in it. It's all me.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I didn't use enough to begin with.
No.
You know, when my beard was a decent length, and I was using like 5 to 8 drops, and it just it wasn't.
Which
enough.
I mean, he shaved in April.
Yeah.
He shaved. I mean, he didn't. You know, he used the trimmer. He didn't like shave, but you know, he used the trimmer and trimmed it. And instant regret in April. Completely instant regret. So then, you know, he was kind of a lurker for a while, but it was, I mean, it was instant. He's like, I made a big mistake and immediately started growing it back.
I shaved the exact same time we found True North.
Yeah. And right before. It was like right before. Yeah. So
and even now I'm like 3 droppers. I'm like, man, that seems like a lot, but it honestly, I can feel it. And I sometimes even think I still don't, you know, have enough. It's definitely not greasy.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's why I tell him, it's like, you know, if it doesn't feel like, if you're halfway through the day, throw some more in it. Don't be afraid to throw a little extra in it.
Well, like it's like scents, you know, how you, after a little while you become nose blind, and you really, it's still there, but you don't smell it.
Yeah.
She'll come home and be like, "Oh, like your beard smells so good. What'd you put in it?" And I'm like, I haven't smelled it for 4 hours.
Yeah, because I mean, I honestly, that's like the first thing I do when I come home. I'm like,
yeah,
what'd you put in? So
and the same thing, I call it, you know, I become beard blind because I can't, I guess because I just have it. I don't feel how dry it is, and she'll come home and
I'll feel it, and I'll be like,
yeah, she'll lovingly say, "Your beard feels awful."
I will. Drinking enough water?
Thanks. Yeah,
no,
that's the first thing. Drinking water.
No. So it's like poison to him. You would think.
I could definitely drink more water.
Yes, he could drink a water. A water would be good. But
just drink more coffee. There's water in it.
Yeah, honestly, it probably has upped my water intake, and
he's lost weight.
I've lost a few pounds, and I ain't sure if it is the coffee, because for one, I'm drinking more water, and 2, I'm drinking a lot less soda. So you know,
I mean, he's still putting, you know, creamer, which I mean, I put creamer.
Not
in my coffee,
very much. I've really very little creamer now. It's no sugar. Just
I mean, because it was creamer and 1 or 2 cubes of sugar, mind you.
Yeah.
I like sugar way too much.
Yes, he does. Yes. So
Third of a bottle a day.
I someday we might run out. I don't know. I don't see it,
no,
though.
I don't think so because
she likes beard mail way too much.
I do. I really
It's
do.
fun to get.
Yeah,
It is.
It
It
is
is because I mean, you just never know what you're gonna get, you know, or you know, I'd love to try the new scents, and you know, I mean, that's just like, you know, I mean, we actually, you know, make some of our own stuff because I like to dabble in it, and again, it's like one of those things. It's like if I'm going to be educating people about it, I want to know how to do it. So you know, we've made like our own butter and balm and stuff like that. And we use it, you know, we've got like our own unscented oil. I do make some scents, but then I also play around like with like face moisturizer and stuff like that because I still use face moisturizer in addition to oil, just because of my complexion and my skin type and that sort of thing. So, but yeah, so I mean, I've been playing like with the essential oils and stuff. As far as that goes, just understanding, you know, what's going to benefit my skin more so than the scent. You know, I mean, the scent is fun. But, you know, I'm 45 years old. I'm not getting any younger. My skin's not getting any younger. So, you know, what can I do to kind of help it a little bit? So,
yeah, and Amber doesn't, I think you've all realized that she doesn't, you know, do anything halfway. She really makes sure she knows what she's talking about, you know, and does her research. And even with my beard routine also is research for her. You know, if you don't have a beard, you know, that's how else do you learn about beards, you know, and you know, I'm blessed. I'm real lucky. And you know, it's always a joke, you know, the wife tells the husband to quit spending. In this case, it's the husband saying, maybe you ought to put the card down for a little bit.
My debit card quit working. It won't work.
Yeah.
I was at Walmart and I'm like, it's not working.
No, I'm very lucky.
The chip quit working. Let me say that. My card's fine.
Yeah.
let me spit that out there. The chip
card
scanned it too many times.
Yeah, I guess so.
Too many swipes today. But you know, we joke and all that, and I tease her and give her a hard time. But I'm very, very lucky.
Yeah, a lot of us husbands are.
Well, it is getting late on the East Coast, and we've had you on for 2 hours. Really grateful that you guys came on.
Wow.
It's the same thing every time we do a live. Before the live, I sit here and say, 15 minutes, and I ain't gonna have nothing to talk about.
Not true. We could keep going. We could keep talking, but it is getting late.
It is,
and especially on the East Coast. And Jason works on Fridays.
Yep.
Have you guys think you have more to talk about? We can have you on again.
Absolutely.
I mean, and who knows what's going to happen in the next several months? So, you know, I mean, a lot can change. So, you know,
we
more than happy to, you know, even if it's just a fill in or, you know, whatever
we're usually available. This is what we do. We really enjoy it. And
I mean, unless Mike's going to drag us off to, you know, beard competition or something.
Trying.
No, I gotta ask because I've been admiring it all evening. I'm guessing that accent wall was just you painted the wall black or gray or whatever, and then put different hexagons of wood.
Yes, that was something that we came up with. We just wanted something different for a backdrop back here, mainly because this is where I was doing, you know, my videos and stuff. And I can't remember how many different species of wood that we use, but I mean, there's crazy exotic like purple heart, zebra wood. There's Brazilian walnut, which is Ipe is what it's called. And then there's a red, it's a something cherry. It's not our cherry. But anyway, there's spalted maple. There's did I say walnut? I don't know. Cherry, poplar. Oh, there's some pine,
Red oak,
white oak. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of everything. So
It's
Yeah, there's
I
about
love it.
120 pieces.
yeah, probably 120. Oh, cedar. There's some cedar as well. But
I
yeah,
love it.
we just had fun with it. I mean,
is
it was just
so
a blast.
cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
it
just
looked
held,
amazing.
and they're all held on with the like the little gorilla putty stuff. That's what we held it on with.
Oh, the
So
boogers.
Yes.
Yeah.
That way we can move it.
Okay.
And I've only had one fall off since we've put this up in July.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I didn't want
we didn't want to put a ton of wall, like holes, and I didn't want to
200,
glue it to
yeah.
the wall. So we wanted to try to do it in such a way that it wasn't permanent. But yeah.
Yeah, we started with a green screen, but
And I've got the green screen, but this, I like this so much better.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, it's nice.
And then as always, I see my mistakes because I look
Well, like this one right
the shiny
here,
one.
right here is shiny.
Yep.
So we didn't sand it enough.
Yep.
So whatever.
But yeah, everybody else looks at everything
Yeah.
else, and
But
the
like, move
worker,
your
the
head. Like
artist.
this one here is one of my favorites. This is a zebra wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a
So-
comb out of that.
Do you? Yeah. And
Yeah.
then the purple heart, you really can't
that
tell,
there.
but it is purple. It is purple.
Very purple.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
That
And
one
then like
looks
out,
like it has a painting on it or something.
Yeah,
which
it
one?
looks-
This one?
Yeah,
that
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
spalted, so it's
Yeah.
like wormy. It's like a
Oh.
Yeah.
wormy maple, I think. So
Yeah. You
yeah.
take a log and just basically let it sit for
Yeah.
a couple of years and right to the point of rot.
Mhm.
It's
It's a lot softer and a lot more porous.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but yeah, we've learned so much like about wood and the different species of wood and
Yeah.
all that
If I would
stuff.
say it got to a point where I was almost a wood collector. I just looked for different,
Yeah.
different, species of wood, and I still have some. I don't want to use it. Just
We
'cause-
have ebony wood, which is like it's hard to get and it's super expensive and it's super hard and dense.
Yeah.
And it's black. I mean, it is a black. I mean,
Mhm.
it's brown, but it's got a very like charcoaly tint to it. So yeah.
Yeah. And I always say
You-
I can identify a tree by the smell
Mhm.
before I can the look of it.
Mm. Have you ever thought about trying to make pool cues?
Oh, that's a whole different monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be neat.
Yeah.
It would be neat, and I would love to get I've thought about getting a lathe for years,
Mhm.
but that's a whole nother mastery. That
Yeah. I
Man.
mean, it is.
Yeah.
And he has like a little bit, I mean, I don't think he'll mind me saying this. He has actually a little bit of a trimmer.
I do.
And I don't know how well which I don't know. I mean, he does his scroll sawing okay. But man, that to have to be that
Mhm.
precise, it would be really hard because the more he concentrates, sometimes the more it comes out.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's tough because when you're sitting there and you're just like totally concentrating on something.
And you will really see it. He doesn't realize he's doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
yeah, it's for whatever reason.
Mhm.
But I can still cut a pretty straight line.
Yeah.
I
And a
tell
decent
everybody
circle, yeah.
there's no such thing as a perfect line and a perfect circle
No.
when it's
Not when you're doing it by
handmade.
hand.
I can
so.
get pretty close, but there
Yeah.
is no perfect. So
No.
don't ever look for perfect. Too many people, think of lasers and CNC,
Mhm.
automated machines. It's
Yeah.
like, no, there's no perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, my dad has like one of the lasers, and so like he made us like these coasters. I don't know if you can see that. Like, yeah, he made us these coasters, which is pretty cool. But I mean, my dad is like the jack of all trades,
Mhm.
master of absolutely none of them. I love you, Dad. Brad, probably about 10 years. He
Yeah,
started in
close-
like 2015, actually.
close to 10 years.
So I could probably tell better than you could.
Probably this fall will be 10 years.
This summer,
Summer, fall,
Mhm.
yeah.
2015. So
All right, Scott, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody just check us out next Thursday,
Mhm.
9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking with Anthony from Lit Beard Company about his beard competition, Lanopalooza, on February 8th. And it's pretty rare up here for a beard competition to be outdoors in February.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
It was actually beautiful weather last year. We're hoping for the same this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done a craft show one year, and it was cold. It was like 20-some degrees inside the building. And the person that made the most money, he took walnut shells, put them in a sock, and microwaved them.
Yep.
And
made
that
a
guy
fortune.
made the most money out of anybody that day.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thanks
Yes.
for showing
Thanks
up.
for coming on the Bearded Respect. We appreciate it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good Friday,
Good night.
everybody.
I don't get the hearts, but
Need an iPhone or a Mac.
nope.
Hit the button.